once again, coming from the palatial SacktownRadio.com studios, it's the Commish message for the Pimps, Players, and Hustlers Fantasy Football League, week number 9. What's going on, y'all? We're back again. Didn't think we were going to come back, did you? You thought those two fucking jugheads were going to make us quit.
Back at the sports desk.
We're back.
I didn't quit.
Again, for
I know
another
you guys
year.
are surprised that I'm here. I know I said I wasn't going to be here, but I'm not going to quit. I'm going to push through for the rest of the season and finish it out.
That's dope. I'm glad to hear that.
Yeah.
So we got some new things for you tonight. Kind of get back to take the focus back to football a little bit. Tonight we're gonna have since the trading deadline is next Wednesday. Once again, next Wednesday, November 17th, midnight. On Wednesday is the trading deadline. After that, no more trades can be offered, accepted. And now with this Thursday's game, I think all the lineups will lock as soon as Thursday's game starts. So that really only gives you Tuesday and Wednesday of next week to get those last-minute trades in. So get to working, get on the phones, sew up those rosters for the playoff run.
Yeah, and speaking of that, there was a fairly big trade that actually kind of went unnoticed for the most part. I mean, I think people noticed, but they don't really talk too much about it. But the trade between Foster and Patty for Forte for Vernon Davis. And I thought this was a pretty good trade for both guys. I think it really shored up their team in certain areas that they needed players. Foster losing Dallas Clark. I think Patty definitely needed a running back. I feel like this trade was very similar to my Roethlisberger trade in some ways. I mean, the injury to Dallas Clark was like, in a sense, different positions obviously, but a tough injury to a solid player on your team, looking to fill that void. I think an argument could even be made that Forte is actually even a bigger benefit to Patty's team than even Wayne is. I mean, Forte is, I would say, this year has been a low-end number 1, high-end number 2 running back. Again, definitely filled a void on Patty's team. Averaging almost 13 points a game. When I had made the trade for Roethlisberger, he was coming off 2 weeks where he had scored an average of 40 points, okay? Now, there are only 2 other quarterbacks in the league right now that are averaging over 40, Rivers and Manning. Not to say that Roethlisberger would average over 40 for the rest of the season. However, I thought the cost-benefit ratio was good enough to make that trade. And I view it as sort of a similar trade, not the same positions, obviously, but a similar trade of filling that void that Foster did as well for his tight end.
Okay. Well, there's been 10 trades in the league so far. We're just going to break down a few of them. I'm going to go through my 2 trades that I've made at the beginning of the season before even any games played. Traded Felix Jones for Michael Crabtree. I think that the fisherman who I traded with got the better of the deal. He ended up taking Jones and Romo and trading it into Ryan and Mendenhall. So definitely think he got the better of that trade because Crabtree's really not done anything for me. And then I traded away Javad Best and Johnny Knox to the Papa Shit Shack for Anquan Bolden. And he probably got the better of that deal too because Javad Best has definitely been consistently less shittier than Bolden has. So I've gotten, I think, 1 good game out of Bolden while he hasn't got any good games out of Best, but he's got a consistent, 6 to 9 points from him every single week. And Johnny Knox is not really factored into the deal. We also had, I think which was the trade of the year, really, I guess, best trade, Dwayne Bowe for nothing. You just,
Sounds like a good
Lotta goes ahead and trades Cadillac Williams for Bowe, for Bowe for Cadillac Williams, and then turns around and drops Cadillac just a week or 2 later. And now he has nothing to show for Bowe. And I think Lotta was the one at the draft, too. I think we even have it on video of him saying that Bowe was a number 1 receiver and he was going to have such a big year. But obviously he wasn't even believing his bullshit that he was trying to feed at the time. So anyway, and then feeling another trade, he trades Matt Castle for the Ravens. And I think that's great because the Ravens were drafted and Castle was picked up off the waiver wire the week before. And I don't think Castle's any better than anyone else on the waiver wire at this particular time. So I think another good trade by Zach, Mollywopper's owner.
And speaking of Mollywhoppers and trades, he also had a trade with Duke, and of course what Duke said last week, they trade every year, and so
yeah, they do.
That was an interesting trade. I mean, Stafford obviously had 2 good solid weeks. Like I told Duke last week, Stafford had played a total of 6 quarters the entire season, and again he's going down with a big injury. 2 weeks on Duke's bench, but Duke continues to brag about him. I don't get that. Scoring left 80 points on your bench, and essentially, really, you ended up giving Fitzgerald away for Pettigrew since you ended up dropping Roy Williams. So, not the best result for you. I mean, if Stafford would have continued scoring 40 points a game, then yes, that would have been a good benefit to you. But now, looking at a major injury, and who knows how long he's going to be out for. Not working out so well,
Same
but
season.
I guess keep bragging about the dude on your bench.
Well, no, I think he's more happy that he traded Brandon Jackson, which helped beat the Mollywhoppers for Lotta. I think he's more happy that he got that done and accomplished more than anything.
And he had mentioned my low scores over the last 2 weeks, and yes, my team. I mean, extremely lucky the last 2 weeks. I feel very good about that, even though I still hate football in some ways.
You're in 3rd place.
And I'm glad that Dallas did pull the trigger on Wade Phillips, just to throw that out there. But anyways, that's not going to help Dallas at all, so it doesn't really matter. But, Duke had 2 low weeks in week 3 and week 4 with 84 and 59. Hopefully this is the lull.
59.
This is, with Cuddy. This is the lull that my team is in right now, and maybe, Pittsburgh pours it on the end of the year, and it could take me right into the championship. You never know.
Well, I'm hoping it's the end of the year and not this week. Since I am playing you,
maybe I hope one more bad week, and then I'll start my run.
Everyone knows this, but I don't know. Foster seems to like to kick me when I'm down, and so all right, whatever, Foster.
This is 1 week I don't like my chances that much, but
that's good. I'm glad you don't like them.
Any given Sunday, though.
But because I'm not liking mine either. I like my matchups, but so far none of my players have
come like
through when they have the matchups. Yada yada yada. Anyway. We're going to get to this week's trade with Team Britt once again actually making a smart trade for himself. He trades away Brandon Jacobs and Wes Welker to the Brewdogs, Darren, for Steve Smith from the Giants. Now, why Darren's 2-7 trying to make trades, other than trying to get him a weekly prize, is beyond me, but whatever. So it is what it is. I still think it's a good trade for both their teams. Since week 4, we have Brandon Jackson going for 12, 10, 15, 10, and then dipped back down to 7 last week. Steve Smith from the Giants started off, again, this is since week 4, is 3, 14, 7, 17, and then 10. And then Wes Welker, 7, 5, 2, 2, and 4. Now, I think it helps definitely a lot more than Darren, because now instead of the same points he was getting from Brandon Jackson being on his bench, he's going to get him now in his lineup because he's going to be starting Steve Smith, which he needed receiver help. And then, of course, Darren needed running back, and then the Welker goes with Brady, but I think it's a little too late for both of them. So with that being said, now we're going to get into our new segment, and that's going to be our live spotlight. Well, not live spotlight, but live owner call-in. We're just going to have
call-in segment,
and
expect phone calls. We're gonna try to get more people involved and make some phone calls.
Yeah, exactly. So everyone who can't drive out here every Wednesday night, and or those that drive out here once a year and think they're the shit for it. But we'll definitely call you now, and you guys can save some gas money and not have to get out here. But you do have to stay up.
Can we end with your invitation to Foster from last week?
Oh yeah, definitely. So before we get into the caller segment. I was asking Volder before off air. I was just like, man, did you watch that Commish?
What do you mean? What do you mean? What do you mean you didn't watch it?
Did you watch it? And he just like, well, yeah. Did you think it was funny? He's like, yeah, I thought it was funny. And I was just like, yeah, I don't understand why anyone could even understand what was going on. And he's just like, what do you mean? I said, well, because all I could see as far as roses are red, bows are blue, pussy fart! Fucking motherfuckers, fucking fuck!
Rip your t-shirt off.
I don't have it cut yet.
Oh, okay, you gotta
pre-cut.
You gotta pre-cut it first.
Exactly, I pre-cut it. So that's all I got from them commit. But, whatever, to each their own. I'm glad everyone found it was
longest
enjoyable.
Exactly,
five-parter,
wow.
hour and 15 minutes. So I'm glad everyone enjoyed it. And if I got clown, then I got clown. But I feel like
sorry we couldn't
made a fool of
give
himself,
you a better message this week. But
exactly, not as entertaining as the last two, but we're going to try to hopefully get a caller here. So we'll be right back.
Hello?
Hello.
Please identify yourself.
The Mollywops.
Molly Whopper.
And what's the owner name?
Oh, Zach, I guess.
All right, so we got Molly Whopper's owner on the line, ready to answer some questions here from the treasurer.
We wanted to ask you, Molly Whoppers, who are the 4 teams that are going to not make the playoffs this year?
Let's see here. Some easy ones, good things, man. Easy one's going to be Darren. He's out here. Bill 3.
Prudhoff, as he's answering questions about his cell phone. Beautiful.
Okay. Easy one's Darren. He's out. He's just trying to win weeklies now. I don't like Tom's team. I think Jenna's got a chance. I think probably Darren's out, Tom's out. I'm gonna say Foster's out, and then it's between Paul and Dan, and probably Dan's out.
And Dan, okay.
Okay.
I like your definitive answer.
Yeah, I do. That's nice. I'm glad you didn't beat around the bush. What did you think about Darren's trade tonight? Do you really think that a 2-7 team should still be trying to make moves and stuff like that, or do you feel like
If I'm 2-7, I'm still trying to give myself a chance at a weekly or something. But I understand why it's a drag, but I think it's cool.
Yeah, why do you think he waits till he's 2-7 to make a trade?
Yeah, good question. I couldn't tell you that.
Foster's smack talk, more, less, good, bad, and his subsequent meltdown last week. What's your comments on that?
I think his smack talk's good, and I think he plays the role that we need in this league. And he's a good antagonizer, and you guys let him get under your skin, and it works pretty well. It entertains me.
Yeah, did you like the message last week?
Yeah, that was good. Love the Commish messages. Big fan of y'all's show.
Oh, thanks.
Nice.
Shout out.
And what did you think, or how do you feel about Patty joining Top Flight Security?
I think that's a weak move.
Pretty weak, huh?
Yeah, can you believe that he's qualified to be head of the high-tech security division down at SAC TD?
Yeah, I know.
What were the qualifications for that again?
I guess all it takes is a Bluetooth headset and a bootleg copy of Microsoft Paint, huh?
Nice. Yeah, that's true. That's true. And then, who do you think's the favorite to win it all? Who do you like, other than yourself? If you don't have, other than picking your team, team do you think has the best chance to take it all?
I like, man, I guess I kind of like on paper, Patty's team's pretty powerful looking.
Nice. All right. Well, there you have
Feeling
it.
solid about your team this year?
What's up?
Feeling solid about your team?
Oh, man, yeah, my team has been up and down, but I can't complain with 3 weeklies, right?
Yeah, really, you're already ahead.
You're paid in and got some cash coming to you.
Schaub against Jacksonville this week will tell me a lot if he can step it up against fucking shitty teams at least. This guy's really becoming a fucking pain in my ass.
Yeah, definitely. We all have our problems. So I guess that's all the questions you had. Do you have any parting shout-outs? Anything else you'd like to get off your chest or mind to the league since you're on the Commish message?
Tom, check your fucking trade offers. That's about the most annoying thing going on this year to me.
Yeah, Dennis too, motherfucker.
And
Well, just reject him. Just because you're looking at him, either reject him, counter him, do something. Just don't let him sit there. I think that's what they're trying to say.
feeling he's not looking at him. Yeah, that's the problem.
It's like, how does he have a waiver request in, but still your trade from 3 weeks ago is still sitting there?
God damn.
Well, right on, man. Well, that's the Commish message for week number 9. We're out.
Yeah, wafers and L-tabs will do it to you.
We're out, man. Good night.
Hit Mollywop.
Good luck to everyone in week 10.
Mollywop.
Mollywop.